Title: The Vanishing Hitchhiker. The night was pitch black as James drove along the winding, desolate road. The beams of his headlights were the only source of light, cutting through the oppressive darkness. The road seemed endless, and the eerie silence was only broken by the occasional rustling of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Suddenly, James saw a figure standing by the roadside, thumb extended. Against his better judgment, he decided to stop. As the figure approached, James could make out the face of a young man, drenched from the rain that had started to pour. "Need a ride?" James asked, rolling down his window. "Yes, please," the hitchhiker replied, his voice barely audible over the rain. Once inside, the young man shivered, clutching his damp jacket. James handed him a blanket from the back seat. "Thanks," the hitchhiker said, wrapping himself in the warmth. They drove in silence for a few minutes before the hitchhiker spoke again. "You know, there was a terrible accident not far from here, about 20 years ago. A car skidded off the road on a night just like this, killing everyone inside." James felt a chill run down his spine. "Really? What happened?" "They say the driver lost control in the rain and crashed into a tree. Some people believe the road is haunted by the souls of those who died." James glanced at the young man, but his eyes were fixed on the road ahead. The story had unnerved him, but he couldn't help his curiosity. Did they ever find out who the victims were? The hitchhiker nodded. "Yes, a family of 4. There was a newspaper clipping about it. I have it with me." Intrigued, James glanced back to see the clipping, but the seat was empty. His heart pounded as he realized the hitchhiker had vanished. He pulled over, hands shaking, and turned on the interior light. On the passenger seat lay an old, crumpled newspaper clipping. With trembling fingers, he picked it up and read the headline, "Family of 4 dies in tragic car accident." The date on the clipping was exactly 20 years ago today. James' blood ran cold. He quickly scanned the article and saw a photo of the family. Among them was the young man who had just been sitting in his car. James felt a chill like no other. He looked around, but the road was empty, the rain now a mere drizzle. He knew he had encountered something beyond the natural, a ghostly reminder of a tragedy that had forever scarred this lonely stretch of road. Shaken to his core, James resumed his drive, vowing never to pick up a hitchhiker again. The memory of that night, and the vanished passenger, would haunt him forever.